Welcome to Olympian Water Testing, giving you the best in water analysis. Today, we are looking at Mercury Quick Facts, how to clean up mercury spills in your house. So if mercury does spill in your house, what do you do and how do you address it? And how does this involve water? Well, if mercury spills are not handled, then they can end up in water places. They can also, if they're put down the drain, they can end up in water bodies. They can cause a lot of problems. And if somebody's walking around with contaminated mercury on their clothes, that can also give issues from the vapors. So you have to watch out for the vapors. You have to watch out for water contamination because that's a real issue. So if a thermometer or other small mercury containing items such as a thermostat, maybe you have a compact fluorescent light bulb breaks, you could probably clean it up yourself. But if there's a mercury spill, it's something else. So you want to follow the steps in the flyer if a mercury spill is larger than 2 tablespoons, and follow the instructions in this flyer and get professional help to clean up the spill. And one thing to note is, in no case should a vacuum cleaner or broom be used to remove mercury. This will spread the mercury all over the larger area, will put mercury vapors into the air, and increase your chance of breathing in high levels of mercury vapors. And also, it is worth noting that mercury is a dangerous neurotoxin and it can cause a lot of issues. This heavy metal is not to be taken lightly. So what never to do when cleaning up a mercury spill? Well, never use a vacuum cleaner or broom to clean up the spill. A vacuum or cleaner or broom will break the mercury into smaller drops, spread it around more, and the tiny mercury droplets will settle throughout the area and increase the spread of the mercury in the room, and the droplets will evaporate faster and increase your chance of breathing high levels of mercury vapor, and they will be harder to clean up. So this is definitely something to take a look at. Don't ever use a vacuum cleaner or a broom. And here's how it gets into the water and causes problems. Never pour mercury down the drain. This is extremely dangerous because the mercury can be lodged in the P-traps and can continue to vaporize in the room, and it can also pollute septic tanks or wastewater treatment plants. So that's another issue. You might be wondering, how is mercury getting into the water supply? Well, it can come from spills in the environment. There can be some natural things, industrial and agriculture, but if something's getting disposed by being put down the drain, not only can that hurt you through vapors, but can also get into wastewater or septic tanks. Never allow people who are wearing mercury-contaminated shoes or clothing to walk around the house. This is just going to limit the spread of spilled mercury. And never use a washing machine to launder clothing or items that have come in contact with mercury. So this one you might be saying, okay, well, someone has shoes or clothes that got mercury, I'll just wash them. Well, mercury can actually contaminate the washer or pollute the sewage, and throw all the clothing that came into contact with the liquid mercury in the trash. Just dispose of it. If mercury is visible in the clothing, take it to your local household hazardous waste collection site for disposal. Don't throw it down the drain. Don't just, leave it there. Wash clothing or other items that were exposed to mercury vapor during the cleanup, but do not get mercury on them. Also, just some steps to keep in mind: isolate the spill, ventilate the area right away, get the items need to clean up a small mercury spill. That can be trash bags, 4 or 5 zipper bags, paper towels, cardboard, eyedroppers, duct tape, flashlight, powdered sulfur, and then just follow the clean instructions with rubber or latex gloves. Pick up any broken pieces of glass, clean up the beads of mercury, and after you remove the larger beads, put shaving cream on top of a small paintbrush and generally blot the affected area. You can also look for mercury that may have been missed during the cleanup, remove contaminated carpet, remove mercury from shoes, clothing, and skin, and properly dispose of contaminated cleanup materials. And following the spill, just make sure the area is well ventilated. So that is some ideas to keep mercury out of your environment, to keep you safe. That being said, it can always get into the air, it can get into different environments, which is something you have to be aware of. And it can also get into your water as well. Especially that people are dumping mercury here, or it could be from industrial things, or it could just be from natural causes. Usually it's more industrial or agricultural. So that's always a good reason to clean up your mercury spills and to periodically test your water for high levels of mercury.